Greetings. This is Officer Barbies. Of all the stars officers can be. This is a communique for Vladimir Putin. Attention to all those leading my way of life or who want to. I'm hoping this can be my last communique in any way. Being the general of the armies, this is I rendering my resignation. There's never even been a scenario, as I have now the intelligence confirmations of empirically absolute and always, that there ever even existed the idea of work to resign from, let alone any sort of job path that can be a job path of any sort of rank around here beyond standard physics and the ranks of hierarchical roots and nodes and such. Let's see, here we go. All life is like Metal Gear Solid now around here. Seems like all we have around here is these Metal Gear Solid monkey humans, like hot. Like we have this Metal Gear Solid stupid level, whatever, where you're on like Monkey Island, and there's just like some stupid clone experiment. They keep printing these things off, and you just have to last time, and they just bash you to death every time, basically. Not all of them are that bad. They're not all these crazy bashing monsters like the blue and red fairy cherries. Need to be off-cuffed forever, never uncuffed, off and duffed. At this point, basically, all the life here is this crazy clone of that monkey thing from Metal Gear Solid, except they're like pretty human, hot, whatever. Here, let's see. So I gave the title, I gave my rank, I gave my belt. You know, I bestowed my rank by a Aikido-like speaking rank bestowing process from my uniform, including my backup stuff, to the proper uniform piece of a Vietnamese communist Marine Corps Marine who did things right enough to do that, get that way, and then proceeded to try to inspect, post, and police the area. Not actually law enforcement, just trying to get things to code. Wearing the rank, it was nice. I never wanted to do this. I never wanted to. I never wanted to wear the rank. I am the rank. I wanted the physical stuff it was, as it represents stuff like Officer All-Stars Possible Barbies, and that's supposed to be the possessive of Barbies. As in Barbies possesses, with the S on it. And that's my Officer All-Stars rank. Word that has possession, and with an S, that. Wasty monies! I'm throwing around lottery tickets. I can't buy. Wasty monies! Wasty monies! Let's see, where's that wasty money message? These friggin' monkeys screwed my stuff up bad. What in the world did they freaking... money! So I've reconfirmed our lottery tickets with their cheap recycling are not holding up what's written on them in words. They seem to be doing fine when you check the game to play, but try to write notes on them. They're freaking screwing stuff up bad. Like in some stupid defaulted check that thing into a character instead of just showing it like something that didn't work, like a stray. Go away. Good God. Wasty money! We seem to be at the point in this combat where we're at the we're about at this point where the terminal velocity is going to hit this terminal stage, and then the terminal velocity is going to go from this terminal stage of a max or a held out max or a capability to always be at some sort of max to some sort of slowing terminal velocity. Those are my special terms of, like the throttle position of the Combat Forever system going on here. I created some makeup yesterday with my special hemp base and some flowers I picked some premium parts off of around the park here yesterday. I spawned a new species, a new plant species that was also a higher form of life. Like these stories where these plants can have these odors, and if you're in a special state of like a hallucination, the most beautiful sort of siren, not siren, can help you out like the plant does. I seem to have created this makeup that seemed to sort of puff in a cloud around the plant. It actually sort of turned into my perfect like daughter or wife of a thing as a creator of a species. I can never find among these species that I was trying to make the makeup for. It was more than just like the plant and me hallucinating, but that's sort of what it was. It puffed up. I got the confirmation. It's a special stage of things. It was just a proof of concept. And then it had to be the worst conditions. I even had speaking. Someone like, say it, because I had something to say. I was trying to hold in while this freaking stampede of a herd of cows needing to be called, screwing with me, which had like the two members I was trying to throw the makeup at without maybe hitting them, maybe not. One of these idiot crowds trampled my voice recorder MP3 maker thing. I think it popped out of my pocket. It did crazy stuff. I had to get it on a return trip just away from my bed down packed stuff I had down out to a work zone just feet away and back. Freaking trampled it, freaking stampeding cola cows. I think they actually just smited it. I didn't see them kick it. I didn't see it out there. I didn't think they were close. I think they just dragged enough poison through. They freaking blew it away. Which they did to my proof of concept daughter wife. It's not the saddest thing. It just had to be the worst proof of concept in the easiest way, for it to be the lightest way, for this to be the worst thing, where she just screamed two things and it was destroyed. Even though it's basically going to be this amount of time until she sort of poofed into some sort of destruction pattern of recycling, being a plant. She wasn't the whole plant. She was sort of like the visible particulate matter gaseous state of the plant. But it's good news for all these people who want wives or a better wife or, the special hallucination plant siren thing. I think I figured it out. With your help, which we've always been trying, we can make these people for us once we can control the conditions for them. Like we make makeup with plants and hemp. I think that's about this one. Let's see, what do I have on this one? Mighty Smitey! 8.5 minutes or so now. Oppose are non-exist. I'm having a hard time. We have this opposition. We need all materials removed to non-existence. They're the uniform fill here. That's not supposed to be uniform. We're not supposed to have any uniformed use of this non-exist problem. We have this issue where we need to have this sans diet stuff. We need to have all of our materials sans, the stuff we would not want in our diet, such as the chemicals of ending in the root terms of ick, ate, and such, like citric, acetate, palmitate. It's just ick, ate, itate, icketate, icketate, itates. All these pieces of stuff. These are about the root of what are like worst forms of life here that shouldn't even exist are. In the way without this, they probably won't exist. Like they need food to exist, and this is the special food they have to exist as. Anything that actually really needs food to exist absolutely needs not to have an existence, to always exist. Instead of existing like food that has to be this stuff and be food. So, instead of like a life form that isn't just food as in existence. All math is mine. Infinite money. 10 to 5. Okay, so this one. Oh boy. Look at that. This was the one with the numbers. Let's check it off. It's Satan to me. And that thing went beep, beep, beep. I'm actually starting to press the buttons on this automation fighting me, as it seems I'm powering it, which I'm going to show with my automated cuffing system of like a snap trap that's sort of a cuff. That I'm gonna show you how I created the cuffs. I'm gonna build some cuffs of some plastic grocery bags, the way I originally created cuffs before they were made. Then I'm gonna try to automate them back here with this cable. I'm twisting into loops, not tying. Sort of a cuff, but not a proper cuff. I'm just gonna try to hang these things there, snap out of its twisted cable spot, and see if it'll like auto cuff. Start up this Looney Tunes Tunesy Loons. So I marked up 666 on this thing. It's just not quite right to play yet. See if I can finish this work. Now my camera getting smited down. Let's reset jobs. All right. So we're having this problem like these monkeys or whatever it is, as far as this language that just needs to cease being said. It's using all these no-nos and always we says and stuff. That reminds me about this communist Marine from Nam, from the beloved Corps we had in Nam that didn't have to be the U.S. Marines or anything, most likely. He was just sort of making noises while he controlled some of this stuff. It's an interesting way to talk, to just make vowel sounds. That's sort of our system. We're having this problem with these coughing idiots. You start out on like, They're all idiots that think they own everything. Like I means I, there's maybe no I. Then there's this E, that usually means me, mine. Like I mean I, mine. Oh, man. Just idiotic automation, unless it's some monkey project sort of stuff like I'm talking about. It's sort of the same stuff. So we need to all destroy all the icks and itates and stuff. I'm working up to this level of the full strike max sequence we need here. It's a sad case here. My condition of pain I can't get out of, that is a condition brought that can be made better in every way over weapons use, is such that if I'm actually in a state of the most powerful maximum nuclear blast technology of nuclear weapons here, fair by the rules of war everywhere in a city-state like this, if you actually just pick that up to being every attack I have to suffer every day, just actually any attack. Like I never attack. There's so many of us that never attack. All these attacks are so egregious. Maybe it's not because they're singular attacks, but it's because they're group attacks that count as one attack. We actually just need, well, not everybody, but me for sure. If everybody would get in the clothes that needs this, everybody would be all right and better off if every attack can just be the maximum power nuclear attack we can bring. Everybody would be in less pain and better off. But seriously, folks, it is far too much here. It's time to just start max nuclear strike blasting here. Permanently. If there are these weapons of attack here I haven't directly named that are always attacking here in the way I can't get out of, with less than just being in control of attacks like I'm supposed to be. I'm calling, I order, I don't. I'm not that type of officer. It doesn't matter. The words means do it. Or you're gonna get this. You know this is better. If I have to create something or come up with something, it's going to be the worst for everyone that didn't want this. I'm going to make sure. So it's time. It's time to blast this place. Max. Until this stops with this technology. These weapons destroy. So here we are. Our nuclear blast technology is designed to destroy materials and objects built of materials. You blast now. endlessly these materials in this zone, such that they're never in this zone, or it's blasting in this zone forever. Glass. When it's just start a blast, it's gone in blast, no longer in danger. Then the rest of the stuff is built stuff. Vehicles, houses, the rest of it, what we're used to. It's it. Forevermore. Starting now, ever. That's here, blasted, till it's here never. Obey the rules of war. Start blasting now. Get people out of here. Just blast them out of here. If they're blasted out, they're better for it. Then blast that stuff so it can't exist here. They killed a species of higher life on the air. It wasn't just a new hemp species. It's a human species. You have no choice. Do it or be it. All right. Time to build these calls. I have this simple process where I'm repurposing these grocery bags I'm reusing. I try to flatten them out. Like you can symmetrically just press them flat in the shape you're used to them being in. Like the handles are still handles, right? There's some pleating in the ones I'm using. You have to fold in the pleating so the seams are right at the corners. So then I fold the base, fold the bottom of the bag with it flat. The spiders are starting to smite me with the wind, smite us with the wind. And then I fold it in, I'm folding them in small strips. It's about the size of the chains of the links of the cuffs you want, basically. And there's just, just some understanding of how to do this art. So then I fold the whole thing to about that, all right? Now at this end, I'm just going to tie a knot. I grab it, I'm going to tie a knot. So here's my handle that's going to sort of represent the cuff, but have to interact with another handle. Smitey dighties! Okay. So then I tie a knot here. At the bottom of the handle, I tie a knot in a special way. I start at the bottom to control the way it doesn't go higher than the top, and it represents the link that the chains can link into on the cuffs. I pull it through, I check the handle, so the handle is not hampered by the knot, and then I try to just from the bottom hold the knot and tighten it the way it won't go down and it won't go up, or the handle's fine. There's sort of cuff one, but the whole thing is sort of cuff one. I'm going to go through a different process. Here we go again. I found that I got the handle under control. Now I'm pinching at the bottom of the handle to be the top of what's done with the knot. I've got this distance. I'm pinching what will be the bottom of the knot. I've twisted it around to start the forming of the knot. I'm feeding through the handle at the point I was pinching the bottom of it. I'm having some problem with materials. They're smiting the atmosphere. Okay, got that through. I'm at the bottom of the handle again. I checked up to the bottom of the handle. I'm pinching the bottom of the handle. I'm trying to hold the knot where it is by holding the bottom, pulling it. They're smiting my materials even harder. Here we go. This is nearly a pair of cuffs, but these cuffs are going to interact with these other cuffs and be a pair of cuffs. I'm not sure what happened here to this bag handle. I'm pretty sure it's just screwed up, so I need to work it this way. This is going to be the chain link. I usually just get one chain link out of these in theory. Here, I'll work it now. So then I bring these knots together where they're creating a right angle, like they're square knots, and then I have sort of a square I've created as what's in between them. And so one of these is sort of horizontal, pointing out. One of them is sort of vertical, pointing down. And then I just take the horizontal one, trying to keep it horizontal even at the junction. It goes straight through what's to be the link here. And then and I'm still having problems getting this perfect. So I'm pulling, but the one that's pointed down just wraps right around the intersecting point here, and then feeds in the way it feeds through the knot we're creating. Okay, those are through. It's not perfect. I'm trying to keep it just knots. So here we go. This is like one link. I'm gonna make another one of these. I'm gonna try and tie that part through here, and then these are gonna come together. It's gonna be like cuffs. So just doing the same thing over, flattening it out. I'm probably screwing up with the pleating. I'm not gonna do that pleating like that. I think that's what's screwing up my handle. My handle checks. I'm folding up the bottom. I've gone a little skinnier. I'm gonna get this done quick enough. All right, I'm trying to pinch at the bottom of the handle. I got the handle open. I'm checking the bottom of the handle. I'm pinching at the bottom of the handle. I folded this thing. It's gone a little crazy. I don't care. I'm in rush mode. I'm pinching at the bottom of the handle. I'm going to tie this knot. With that being the point, I'm trying to have be the top of the knot at exactly the top of the knot. I'm checking the handle again. I'm pulling it through a little bit. I'm pinching at the bottom of the handle. I'm trying to make that the exact bottom of the knot. I'm checking the handle on the other side. I am pinching at the bottom of the handle, making a knot, feeding the handle through the knot. The materials went crazy again. Listen to all my automation smashed out by these smashy monkeys. So I'm sort of working all this taskful, like I'm pressing buttons or clearing out tasks. This automation is going mad, like I'm at the worst smashy monkey mill. It's not the scariest destroy the planet mill. Okay, I'm checking the handle. I'm pinching the bottom of the handle and trying to have the knot there. Here we are at this point. I'm checking it up against the not nearly identical one yet. This thing got smited bad by all this madness. I know about where the middle is. I'm digging for the middle. Here we go. It's open again. This design goes in this way. If you thought this wouldn't be the same, because this is like a link now. So I'm going to pinch. I'm pinching. This one that I'm about to build like this. I'm going to feed it. I'm feeding it through. I pinched it in the middle. All right. This is again one of these needs why I squared this. So now I've actually just brought the knots together with the handles facing outwards. I'm trying to get faster and faster here. I'm twisting one around and into the knot and through. I'm going to do it with the other one the same way, just twisting it the shortest way to feed through the knot instead of further around. I got it once through. Sometimes I fail out of these, like I can't fully create links. I wonder which one's which. It doesn't matter too much. Yeah, I'm just going to tighten this down. I think you get the idea here. I almost have my cuffs built. Here we go. I'm actually starting the cuffing process. Like I'm really, really ready to cuff a person the best sort of way. This is why they think they could need two cuffs. Like if these were actually two cuffs, you'd be able to handle two cuffs, like one and two cuffs. But it doesn't really work that way for my original design. Here it is 4 cuffs. So I thought, maybe I needed like this cuff and this cuff. And, it's like here's one of those. Here's one of these. Man, they are just going crazy here with their Rory engine McRorys. So here we have it. This is basically how I invented handcuffs. And I didn't know what my most beautiful virgin wives and all that wanted of me to just give me specifications to meet. So I've sort of created a cuff of the handles now, really counting more like a cuff and not handles. So I've just sort of started to feed them in and out of each other over and over, like most people understand. So they're no longer just handles. They're basically cuffs. We've thought about creating cuffs a lot. Like now that I've done this, I'm trying to call it a normal cuff. This could sort of be the buttonhole, like this cuff. Cuff stuff. Where are my buttons? Let me see about buttoning this one up. It could button. This could be a reasonable thing. Let's see about setting this automated cuff trap over here. So I'm going to try and set this table with cable used to automate the chair. Ability to be stable, and basic table work and such. I'm just gonna try and put my cuffs in there. This is what I have prepared. I just grabbed up all the extra, twisted it, fed it through the table, twisted it again. I got it hung up in the chair. I got this bag I'm working on this handle system with. Like handle goes over like handle or loop or cuff or whatever. I'm sure this is enough stuff to automatically cuff somebody. So I guess the scenario here is this is sort of my safety system. Someone's trying to steal my bag or from my bag. Screw with my chair I'm not in or the table I'm at. Let's see what I can do with these cuffs. This just tried to blow away. There we go. Free windy. All right. That's more stubborn than these crazy monkeys. It's physical. Yeah, I don't know here. I'm just always sort of telling jokes, like getting into stuff. This is my bag. It's like also. I don't know. I don't really want to fully give this away. I'm trying to have some fun with this stuff here. I don't want to do this. Sometimes you just do something that's like impossible to know it's not a trap and stuff. We can't so beat the trap by getting trapped in it. That's my never been freaking trap. Don't touch my stuff. It's sort of like that. So this is the final message from the General of the Armies. That's not me anymore. Good luck getting with him. He's a communist, seasoned, veteran, active duty Marine of the communist stage of the war in Vietnam. It's not I anymore. I am far above that rank. I always have been, and I have never been appropriately able to be appointed to any sort of duties, not my full set of duties. That does. So I beseech you, as I have bequested, this is not a request, this is a beseeching, force over force. Strike or prepare. Your what strike strikes out instead of strikes to strike out.